Dude, I'm like sweating literal balls. All right, so we got the lovely nuggies right here. We got the buttermilk ranch. And then we have our Diet Coke. I think it's safe to say that we are ready to start our Q&A. Alright, so real quick, all of these questions came directly from my Instagram. I'll have that link down in the description below. Alright, so first question. If I'm trying to get leaner, what supplements would you recommend? For getting leaner, I would only recommend a few things. But first of all, the main thing is going to be eating less. I know this isn't like a supplement or whatever, but being in a calorie deficit is what's gonna help you get leaner in the first place. But as far as supplements go, if you are looking to spend some money towards that, I would definitely recommend L-carnitine, because that is going to help speed up the process, which fatty cells and shit are moved to the mitochondria and burned up as energy. So I definitely recommend that. And then maybe even a fat burner. I know a lot of people say, you know, fat burners are bogus and shit like that, but like I actually recently got on one, and it does make me like feel like a lot less hungry, which is gonna in turn put you in a calorie deficit, which is also gonna help you get leaner. What foods should I be eating if I'm trying to get leaner? Now this kind of touches back on one of the previous questions. If you're wanting to get leaner, you have to eat less calories. It's literally just calories in, calories out. Now sure, of course, if you're already like kind of lean and you're trying to get even leaner, of course you're gonna eat less, but you do also wanna make sure that you're eating like correct foods. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys some recommended food items. Now I would say oatmeal, eggs or egg whites, chicken nuggets, some healthy ones, okay, or chicken breast, all right. Fruits, veggies, I don't know, like bananas, apples, spinach leaves, carrots, radishes, I mean, berries, you know, all that shit's pretty good. Anything that's like low calories that has protein, like if you can make like some good protein pancake, some good kind of like French toast, like there are exceptions. Like you are able to have some like foods that would be deemed unhealthy and you can like kind of make them healthy. You can look up different recipes for things like that online. Yeah, those are just a few different foods. Like I eat like the same stuff almost every freaking day, man. Eggs, chicken, protein pancakes, protein oatmeal, nuts, that's another one. I don't know, like chocolate milk, dude. I mean, like literally just count your calories, make sure you're getting in a good amount of protein, get your blood work done, and find out what vitamins you're lacking in, and then just work from there. Like it's not super difficult. All right, that's a pretty good one. Besides water, what do you drink while working out? So if you don't want to drink water during your workout, obviously something with electrolytes like Gatorade, something like that. And then you could branch off or branch towards BCAAs, like branched chain amino acids. You could get those. I mean, some people say they feel like getting amino acids is like a waste of money. They feel like it doesn't do much. Personally, I mean, they taste good to drink while working out. And I mean, it's not like it's gonna harm you or like have any negative effects, you know, because amino acids are already they're naturally found in foods and stuff already. You're just getting excess of it, so I mean it wouldn't do anything bad. I mean, if you got the money for it and you think it could do something, then sure, go for it. Obviously there's a shit ton of scientific researches and whatnot, but I mean, some people say it does something, some people say it doesn't do shit. I only drink water, protein powder, and occasionally amino acids during my workout. That's it though. If I'm wanting to lift heavier, what should I be doing? So you gotta understand this. Whenever it comes to lifting heavier and heavier weights, there's gonna be more risk, but there could also be more reward. Now you gotta understand, you can't just try to keep lifting heavier and heavier and heavier and expect to just keep getting gains and to not get any kind of injuries, because that is not the case. You gotta make sure your form is immaculate, okay? Form is so freaking important, dude. If you're trying to build up your squat, bench, and deadlift, you gotta do each of those at least, I would say, like once a week. Not necessarily maxing out on them once a week. I would maybe only try to max out on them maybe like once a month. Now listen, granted, I am not a power lifter, I am not a coach, I'm not a trainer. This is just my own personal knowledge and what I've done and what I would do. But granted, I've also had a couple of injuries, like a pec being pulled from bench pressing and stuff like that. So I would say, first off, make sure your form is good, okay? Make sure you are well hydrated as well. Get a spotter, like for benching and squatting, dude, having a spotter is very good. Having a belt can help a lot. Having wrist straps can help a lot. Watching videos over form and not burning yourself out too much. Like, don't go to the gym and bench press like heavy, like 70 through 90% of like your max, like 3 times a week, okay? Don't be excessive with it. Especially if you're a newbie or kind of like intermediate, keep a steady pace week after week without pushing it too far, and you'll see your numbers go up over time. And like there's no rush, and if you are in a rush, then you're probably doing some kind of powerlifting meet or something, in which case you'll have a coach or a trainer to listen to and not me. But if you're just some regular guy trying to lift heavier and heavier, then there's no rush, man. Okay, I can just say that. Ooh, okay, this one I feel like is pretty damn important as well. I am super skinny and find it very difficult to gain weight. What should I do? You might not like the answer, but you gotta eat, okay? You gotta fucking eat. If you want to gain weight and you want to put on muscle, I would just say, first things first, you gotta fucking eat. Second things second, you gotta lift. You just gotta lift, dude. I mean, obviously lifting correctly, but you can't sit here and do an extremely lightweight day in and day out for like weeks on it. Like, you gotta do a moderately heavy weight for a good amount of reps, 8 through 12 reps, and you gotta be eating, you gotta be in a calorie surplus. Now you might say, oh, I am eating blah, blah, blah. Okay, are you on a meal plan? Are you eating 5 to 6 meals a day? Are you eating more than 3,000, maybe even 4,000 calories a day? Are you getting in at least 1 to 1.5 grams of protein per pound body weight? Are you drinking enough water? Have you got your blood work done? Have you found out what vitamins you're needing? It's very, very unlikely that you're that you legit can't gain weight. You just gotta find out what's gonna work for you, okay? Almost no matter what, it's gonna be that you need to eat more. And maybe you're just not eating the right foods, so eat other foods. How often should I be having a cheat meal? Now, think about it like this. Most people are eating 3 meals a day, but some other people are eating 5 meals a day, maybe even 6. So let's do the calculations. If you're having 3 meals a day for a week, that's 21 meals. Now, if you're having, say, 5 meals a day for a week, that's 35 meals. So we're between 21 and 35 meals a week. So we'll go ahead and just say on average like 28 meals, okay? So say that you have 28 meals throughout this entire week. If one of those meals is a cheat meal, do you think it's really going to affect you that much? Because it's probably not. If you're having even 2, maybe even 3 small cheat meals throughout the week, is it really gonna fuck up whenever you're having like average 21 through 35 meals? Just 2 or 3 of those meals are a little cheat meal. Is it gonna be that bad? Not really, okay? Like, if you have a good cheeseburger and some fries twice a week, is it really gonna mess you up that much? And plus, you gotta take in like the factor for like the working out, cardio, maybe even like what supplements you're taking. What's better, heavy weight for lower reps or lighter weight for higher reps? Now, I forgot who said it. Someone said it, and some famous bodybuilder or something said that the key is to get a lot of reps with a lot of weight. But I mean, okay, let's be realistic. Honestly, I would say if you're going for like 10 through 12 reps, your last maybe like 3 or 4 reps should be pretty damn difficult. And then depending on how heavy you're going, you should probably be taking at least a minute rest, maybe even 2-3 minutes, maybe even more depending on what you're doing. Now, realistically, in order to get a lot of reps with heavy weight, you would need longer rest periods. So some people literally only lift heavy, and every time they take a rest, it's like 3 to 6 minutes. And then they'll do like 12 reps with a shit ton of weight. Compare that to someone who is sitting here doing like half the amount of weight for the same amount of reps, but they're doing it with only like a minute or 2 resting. It kind of just depends. You have to find out like what really works for you, because you got to take in, like I said, the factor for the reps, the weight, and the rest time. Personally, I try not to rest more than like a minute through 2.5 minutes, depending on if I'm going heavy or not. If I'm doing like a medium-ish weight and I'm just busting out like 15 through 20 reps, I'll try to only take maybe like a minute through 2 minutes of rest time. How do I get abs? All right, listen. I believe that probably 99.9% of people can get to visible abs, but the only way that's going to happen is if you get to a certain body fat percentage for the average person. And I think it's like for abs to show, it's anywhere from like 10 to like 13, maybe even 14%. Kind of just depends on like genetics and where you're holding all the fat. But you're going to have to eat less. Like I said, like literally, if you want to get leaner, or if you're wanting to get skinnier or smaller, get in a calorie deficit. If you're just wanting to gain weight and get a lot bigger faster, then you're going to be in a calorie surplus. And then if you're trying to kind of like gain, I guess, in a sense, kind of like what I do, I'm just not eating too much, I'm not eating too little, I'm eating maybe an average amount, maybe a little bit higher, because I also do cardio every week. In general, it's a process. It's gonna take time. You can't expect to be like 20% body fat and then you're sitting here, oh, I'm gonna get abs in 1 month. Like, you gotta be realistic as well. Now, reality can be very harsh, but it doesn't mean that certain things aren't possible. You just gotta stay consistent, man. Dude, I didn't even realize that my cat's literally just sitting here on the counter. How big is your dick? Are your nipples sensitive? Here we go. Okay, so this kind of ties into a question from earlier. But how do you stay motivated and consistent? So I guess this is just pretty much dedication in a way. You gotta become so absorbed in what you're trying to do to where it's on your mind almost all the time. Like, some of you know what I'm talking about. Like, you just get into like a hobby or the gym or something like that, and then you're thinking about it more and more and more, and then it's just a habit, and it's an everyday thing. Now, this can go for careers or, like I said, just hobbies, but more than likely most people asking about this, it's gonna be related to like fitness and eating healthier. And really, I think something that's like a really good driving force or like a motivating factor is whenever you start seeing results, especially whenever you first start out. It's easy to see results, but I mean, you do hit plateaus. And if you don't know what a plateau is, it's where like for a period of time, it can be days, weeks, months, where you don't see any progress or any results, and this can be highly unmotivating. And this happens to literally everyone. You are not the only person. This happens to everyone. And I would say you just gotta, the best thing that you can do once you realize that you're in a plateau is you gotta switch things up. Now, obviously people say you gotta switch up your workouts, maybe even switch up your diet, and I think this is very true. This happens to me. I'll be in the same rotation over and over, and I'm like, I'm not seeing results, I'm not seeing progress, like what the hell's going on? So then I will switch things up. And then of course, shortly following me switching up whatever it is, I start seeing some kind of results, or I start seeing things changing. Sometimes though, like honestly, like you can't expect to do the exact same things every day and expect to see more and more and more results whenever it comes to like fitness and dieting. Like you just can't. You're gonna, like at some point, you're gonna have to do more. You're gonna have to do more reps. You're gonna have to do higher weight. You're gonna have to eat less, eat more, eat different foods. Get your blood work done, find out what vitamins you need to take. Cause like every single thing is going to add up to help. Maybe you're gonna have to do more cardio. Maybe you're gonna have to do less cardio. Maybe you're just gonna have to switch up your exercises. Like it's really, maybe you're gonna have to work out an extra day out of the week. It kind of just depends on what the person is doing at the current moment. Yeah, switch up your stuff, okay? Also, I watch motivational videos all the time on YouTube, or motivational speeches. I find that stuff highly motivating. Well, yeah, that is going to be the end of this video. So this was just another Q&A. I like doing Q&As. It's easy and simple, and it helps people. It's, what could go wrong with it? You know what I mean? Okay, well, I'll be honest, my cat did. Remember that, the diet Coke I got earlier? So I left it on my desk in my room, and there's carpet in there, and he knocked it over, so I had to spend some time cleaning all that up. So I mean, maybe sometimes things can go wrong, but you guys know what I mean. Yep, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, like it. If you disliked it, then fucking dislike it. Comment if you want, subscribe, turn on notifications. And like I said, check out my Instagram. I do polls and questionnaires over there to find out what kind of videos you guys want to see and get your opinions and stuff like that. And you could also throw in questions for my next Q&A. So be sure to check that out. Like I said, link will be in the description. But yep, thank you very much for watching, and peace out. Bro, this chair is so fucking squeaky. Holy